ICE. Send ICE into Dearborn. These people have overstayed their visas. They're H-1B chain migration invaders, and they have come to this country to destroy our way of life. We don't want you in our country. We will come and eat your shawarma in Somalia, okay? We don't need it here in Michigan. We don't need it in any part of America. We have a right to self-determination. Our founding fathers fought and died for our posterity. For white Americans. Amen. And we're being driven out. You come here and you marry 4 or 5 women and you outbreed us. You change the laws. You make all of our country look like the places that you fled from. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my country. You are nothing, you can build nothing, just like President Trump's great American friends have said. You guys are not us, and get the fuck out. America first, America only. God bless America. Jesus is king.
Middle East, buddy. Shut the fuck up.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
Christ is king!
Hands on me. There's no reason to get hands on me. Jesus is king. Christ is king. Christ is king. America first!
Yeah, I am sorry that you had to see that, but I'm even more sorry that video like that exists in America in this day and age. Makes me embarrassed for Michigan. But again, that asshole is from Florida. Just saying. And again, this is part of the reason that Loomer just said that her Republican Party has a Nazi problem. And as you saw at the end of that clip, this whole display of mega ignorance then went outside and things escalated even further.
It's just I got pepper spray all over me for no reason other than holding some bacon and a Quran in the street. These people are animals. They will attack anybody who disagrees with them. This is why Dearborn, Michigan needs to be cleared out of Muslims.
Yeah, gee, sorry not sorry that your bacon was served with a side of pepper spray. Karma's a bitch, and so is that whiny little mega snowflake that claims to...
MAGA Republican leaders are losing all control. They've been hit with the karma they deserve. They've refused to govern. They've refused to even talk with Democrats, yet alone negotiate with Democrats. And now, as the country is being ripped to shreds by Donald Trump's disastrous policies, when they try to blame the Democrats, guess what? The American people know that it's these MAGA Republicans who are to blame for the affordability crisis, for the disastrous trade war against the world, for Donald Trump making things far more dangerous in terms of foreign policy, for the failure to release the Epstein files. So you have these MAGA Republican leaders losing control and trying to blame Democrats or blame this or that, and it ain't working. Let me show you what went down. For example, you have MAGA Republican Congresswoman Salazar. She's from Florida, and she was asked, hey, what do you make of Donald Trump yelling at female reporters and calling them piggy and saying he doesn't like their attitude and saying they should lose their job? What do you think about that, Congresswoman Salazar? Here, play this clip.
The reporter says, if there's nothing incriminating in the file, sir, why not take? And he says, quiet, piggy. What was your response to that?
You know, President Trump is a very picturesque and difficult and different type of politician. But I always say that I look at his policies and not at his personality. No one is perfect. Those who are perfect are in heaven. That's why I am saying to him, you, because you have that personality and you have that fortitude and you dare to do things that other people do not dare to do, you are the guy who needs to fix immigration for this country for the benefit of the average American worker and for the economy. If immigration is not fixed by him, it will take another 40 years for a Democrat, for a Republican to dare to do it. So that's why it's exactly, it just gave me the perfect platform to say to him, you are the guy. You dare to do things that others don't. Dare to fix immigration.
Or also, Congresswoman Salazar, didn't you guarantee the American people that Donald Trump was never going to arrest and round up people who were not criminals, migrants who had no criminal record and who had been in the United States for some time? Didn't you promise us that? So what do you make of Donald Trump using his ICE agents, his Border Patrol Gestapo to invade Los Angeles and Portland and Chicago, and now terrorizing Charlotte and saying they're going to come to other cities in the United States? Like, what do you think about what went down in Charlotte, Congresswoman Salazar? Because didn't you promise that this wasn't going to happen? Here, play this clip.
Thank you for the opportunity. And talking about Charlotte, 200 people in 48 hours were arrested. 70% of them did not have a criminal record, according to DHS. That's a mistake. And that is why I just wrote this book called The Dignity, Not Citizenship. This is the name of the legislation that I just introduced. And basically what it says is the ICE should be concentrating on the bad hombres. Exactly what President Trump said, that he wanted to do a mass deportation, the most important in the history of the country. And we agree. Kick out the ones who are bad hombres, the ones who have criminal records, the murderers and the rapists. But do not touch the lady who has been here for 10, 20 years contributing to the economy. Those who have been picking up the jalapeno peppers or the dairies or the greenhouses or the slaughterhouses, those people who are illegal and they broke the law, it's true, but we should give them the dignity status. No citizenship, no amnesty, just let them stay and help with the economy. And that is why those people are protesting. They're not defending the Trenderagua. They're defending those who have been here contributing and do not have a criminal record.
And by the way, just so you can all see that she promised that this was never going to happen and she sold her constituents out. I mean, she comes from a Cuban family that left, and she said that he's never going to come after Latino communities. That was her promise. And after the election, she made her rounds on the various shows.
You know what, President Trump? This is for you, man. Look, I know you've got a lot on your plate. I know you have a lot to do and a lot to keep this country safe, and I appreciate that. But you made us a campaign promise. And I remember you said it at every stop. I'm going to fix the economy and get prices more affordable. You ain't done none of that. Not even a little bit. Stores are price gouging us on tariffs. Stuff that they're putting on tariffs on. And guess what? They're made here in America. You call it like your agencies call it out, but nothing gets done. The stores aren't made to put the prices back. They're not made to fix anything. No, instead, what are they doing? Still charge us the same prices. In fact, they're raising prices even higher. And your administration is doing nothing to help that. Nothing. Not a thing. You have done absolutely nothing to help that. And I'm sorry, but, like, we're struggling. Like, you're erasing the middle class. You know, you said, oh, the left, they're all about erasing the middle class. No, you are too, because you're doing the same exact thing. You're not doing anything to help us. I know you got a lot on your plate, but, man, just take a day or 2 days and do something to turn around the economy in this country. People are struggling. People are losing their homes because they can't afford. They have to choose between making a car payment or putting food on their table. People are having to choose between paying their credit cards down or putting food on the table. Or they're having to max out their credit cards to pay bills because everything is so daggum expensive. Gas should be going down. We're drilling in America. Why is gas still over $2.89 a gallon? Why is things so damn expensive under you this time, but last time is so much cheaper? I know the Biden administration screwed up the economy and made inflation just skyrocket. But there are things that you can do to fix it, and you need to do it.
A lot of MAGA voters have been crying out saying, this isn't what we voted for. And honestly, it's wide to watch. These are the same folks who were rocking those red hats, screaming, make America great again, and swearing Trump was the man who will fix the economy, bring back jobs, and make life easier. Now, they are realizing their dream they were sold isn't matching the reality they are living. Back in 2016, and again after, Trump came in promising to drain the swamp, protect the working class, and make America rich again. A lot of people, especially small business owners, factory workers, and middle-class folks really believe that. They thought he was gonna, fight for them, lower cost, and put America first. Fast forward to now, and those same people are watching their grocery bills skyrocket, rent shoot up, and their town struggling. And suddenly, that red hat pride turned into regret. Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let some of the clips I gathered for you guys roll. Then I'll come back with the commentary. Please do well to like and subscribe. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
So y'all, I live in Florida and I voted for Trump, and like honestly I never even thought about it. Like everybody I know voted for Trump and like I never thought about it, but I saw an interview with that astronaut on Fox News today and I'm kind of freaking out.
MAGA is having a meltdown right now, and Donald Trump is the reason, as he has betrayed his America First policies. Now, if you missed it, Donald Trump sent $20 billion to Argentina to help them through an economic difficulty and to try to limit Chinese influence on the country. And how did Argentina repay us? By immediately selling millions in soybeans to China, stealing U.S. soybean market. And MAGA is losing it because this is not what Donald Trump promised. He promised we would put America first. And now, because of his trade war that he has no plan to win, no idea how to win, he is betraying all of his promises. But think of this. MAGA, farmers, two voting blocks for Donald Trump are both losing in this situation. So the question has to be asked. How many more times will you believe Donald Trump? How many more times will you believe Republicans before you realize they're lying to you, except when they say they don't care about you, they just want your vote?
So a big rift is developing online, you may have already seen it, between Donald Trump, the Trump administration, and his MAGA supporters, believe it or not. And it all comes down to the Ingram interview from yesterday, where Donald Trump said the reason why people from abroad are coming here and they're trying to attract people from abroad over here with H visas is because there's not enough smart people in America to do the job.